Podcast. We started this podcast with the hope that we'll have limitless conversations about topics that relate to womanhood. We're women. We go through a lot of things. We can relate to what ladies are going through. I'm Christian. This here's my partner in crime,
Asia.
Asia, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Asia?
Asia is a 29-year-old born from San Diego, California. Woman. I am a woman. Naturally beautiful. Living in my purpose. Still trying to figure that out. But I'm a mom of two, Jason J, which are downstairs. Since we're going to be talking about balance here. So, if y'all would have seen how we balance today.
We got started. We're here.
The
show's about to go on.
So we hope you guys enjoy our topics today.
I'm Christian. I'm also a mom of two, 29 years old, recently engaged. So I'm planning a wedding, managing motherhood, managing life coaching, and managing a full-time job as well as my household. I always tell people, if you ever want to hire somebody who is qualified, hire a mom. We are momagers. Definitely. We rock this thing. And recently, because my youngest child is 4 months, honestly. She just turned 4 months. It's new to me, and I've adjusted, and I've been interviewing and talking to women like, how do you do this? One child was easy. My oldest daughter is 5. She's 5, yes. And me and her, we had it figured out. And then new baby came. And it was like, wait a minute, what's happening here? So I've been surveying women, and a lot of women are struggling with balance.
You know what? That is so true. I just recently had this conversation with my coworker, Kita. She was telling me, like, Asia, I don't know what I was thinking with this, having another baby. And I'm like, what do you mean? She was like, it's hard. And I'm like, and I'm a mother of 2, but see, I had 2 toddlers at the same time, 2 in diapers, so it was double the trouble. When I say life was stressful.
But how did you balance?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't. All I knew was to keep going, to keep pushing, to sacrifice in the early stages, so when we get to the harder parts in life, we at least got the easy part worked out. No, that was actually the hard part.
So now you think you're in an easy phase?
It's never gonna get easier. I think we just adjust more as we get, as we're growing together.
So do you think you have balance now as a woman?
I'm getting there. Mm-hmm. I'm getting there as far as my work schedule. I'm finally getting back in the gist of doing hair, because before my kids, that's what I did. I was a cosmetologist, and when kids came, I thought, I need security, I need, insurance and everything else that comes with it. So that's when I ventured into the plant life. Before that, I was a entrepreneur. I miss it so much. Let's start there. I'm currently trying to figure out my 4-year plan out of my current job, but it gets hard, but the key is to keep going.
Before we started today, I was on the phone with my sister, and I'm like, we're about to do a podcast about balance, because that's something I've been struggling with. I talk to a lot of women, and they're struggling with it. And she was like, what is balance? And I got offended because somewhere in this life, there has to be balance. And I got to be honest, for me, I'm a life coach. So organization, order, goals, that all flows with me. Having balance, being able to take care of myself and feeling for myself when I went through that struggling period. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I probably just shook myself out of the struggling period last month. I actually feel like I got it right now. And it might just be this week, because life might happen and I might have to readjust and balance myself. But right now, in this season, in this moment, I got balance.
That's the importance. I think we overthink the word balance. We thinking future, long term. Live in the moment. Prepare for the future, but live in the moment. If you have peace and balance right now,
that's good.
Accept that. Accept that for what it is, because we don't always get that. I mean, I can remember times I was crying like, I need a break. And it was so hard. But now I found something which is like my workout routine. That's my break from everything. From family, from social media, even though I do post my workouts and everything, simply because I think this is down the line going to be my purpose. Okay. And, you know, I'm going to try to evolve in my personal training aspect. I don't want to speak too soon on it because, again, you never know what life will hit you with.
But you're ready.
But I'm ready.
Okay.
This is where I'm at right now. This is my balance. So, and this is something that I actually enjoy doing outside of everything else. And I include my kids with it.
So fitness is that area of balance for you.
Yes, it is.
What about everything else in your life?
Oh.
Is that, okay, so your fitness area, is that just your zone? Or is that your zen to bring balance in your life? Like, if I get this, then everything else around me is going to be okay. That's your center area to maintain everything else that you're juggling? Or are you not juggling?
Ooh. That's a good question. Simply because I balance working out and everything in my workplace as well, in my current workplace. Mm-hmm. So it's really, when it comes to that, it's really no excuse. So it kind of centers my everything.
It's part of your daily.
Yes, daily.
So you have routine.
Definitely.
Is it consistent daily?
Daily.
So you have daily. So I'm just okay. So you have a daily consistent routine
every day,
which enables you to have a balanced life.
Yes.
Okay.
And
that's what works for me. That's why I'm asking.
Yep. See, now if I feel like if I haven't worked out, what have I done productive today? What was my purpose today? What did I, do today that better me as a person? Or that's just my release. That's my way of releasing. And it's my zone too. I zone out. Mm-hmm. And I get to look good at the end of it. So it's like,
So you getting it all. You getting your self-care. You getting your balance out.
Yes. It's a...
And you have that schedule and routine.
Definitely.
Do you have moments where you feel like you're juggling a lot?
Oh, all the time.
And how do you push through on that?
Oh, that's a good question because I don't know. I keep going.
Would you say you're prioritizing?
I am. I've been prioritizing for a while now.
What does that look like?
Ooh. Looking like a broke down mom. Looking like a broke down mom. I really had to, anybody that knows me knows I'm the, as some will call me, the bougie one, the glamorous, hence the sparkly earrings, a little extra. But I'm that girl. Like, I am the girl who I literally had to sacrifice everything that I thought was important to me as far as, being, it's just who I am as a person. I love the shopping and I love traveling, taking trips. I love all of that. But that was my life before kids. After kids, I transitioned into a different woman, a different Asia. Like, okay, it's not about me anymore. And that took some adjusting as well. It was just like, whoa, I felt like I lost myself. And now I'm at a point where I'm back finding myself again. I think I took some time. I'm not going to say took some time off, but I sacrificed who I was as a woman in order to make sure that I was raising my kids the right way.
So to become a mother?
Yes.
Do you think that happens for every woman? Or is it because of your circumstance that pushed you?
Well, let's say in the beginning parts, I was a single mother.
Okay. So
it was, a lot of the weight was on me. That situation is definitely going great now. Mm-hmm. We have balance.
Hey, man.
We have balance, okay?
Kudos to the dads out there.
Yes, definitely. But so it was hard. For me, it was hard. I can't say for the kids because they didn't feel no pain, But again, I just felt like I lost myself. I didn't know what my purpose was. Yeah, I'm these kids' mom, but what am I doing for me? So as we're growing now, I'm here. This is where I'm at.
can I shift you for a minute? Because you said something there. Mm-hmm. How did you all go from the single parent to now working together and you don't feel like you're carrying it all by yourself?
It took some growing up, I would say, on his end, my end as well.
Okay.
Because I haven't been the best communicator, but we had to learn and teach each other that we work better together than fighting the odds, oh, I think this and you think that, and no, work together, bring it in. It's for the kids. That's it.
United we stand, divided we fall.
That's it.
And that definitely will shake up a household and shift the atmosphere. I started out as a single parent too. My situation was real bad, real complicated, and it's still very interesting, but having my daughter, like you said, it shifted me. It transitioned me into a different type of woman. In this process, her biological father has not been A1 okay, but I've never disrespected him. I will never talk down bad about him in front of her. She doesn't know his existence. She will one day. That is something that is in the work and in the process. But out of respect and being, I slept with you. So why would I dog you out?
Yeah, right.
I created this human with you. That's the disrespect to myself. Is how I approached it and feel like.
Definitely.
So I think it's good for you to have that conversation because a lot of people are balancing that. Like, how can we honor each other as parents when we hate each other?
We don't even have respect for each other.
We hate each other.
Yeah.
People hate each other and they have a kid together.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice to parents who aren't seeing eye to eye?
Let that go. Whatever hurt you might have, whatever ill feelings that you might have towards the father or mother of your child, let it go. For the better and the good of the child or children, because in the end of the day, it only affects them. Y'all grown. Come on now. We all know how to act like grown-ups here. At least we think so, right? But no, seriously, it's about the kid. Whatever y'all had and it didn't work out, it's okay. Like, I find myself telling so many couples, like, I get it, you want to be there with the parent, you want your family, but if it don't work, it just genuinely, it does not work. And you trying to stay in that fight, it only brings toxic, negative energy in your household. And you don't want that. You don't want your kids to see that. You want your kids to see you being loved unconditionally. No, with nothing holding you back. You know what I'm saying? They need to see that. Whether it's from their mother or their father or from somebody else, it's okay. Just know that it's okay. And you are a great example of that. Like, so how are you balancing being a new fiance, a mom? Come on. How are you balancing that?
I'm praying.
That's key.
Coming from a single mother to now being in a 2-parent household, and I didn't have a 2-parent household, so this is something we are learning together. And it's interesting, it's enjoyable, it's beautiful, we're having a blast with it. For the woman who is single and wondering why she's single raising her child, just do what you gotta do for your kid. Like, you didn't choose to have that baby for that person. I remember you and I had a conversation years ago. I think you were pregnant with Jay. And I'm like, if you're gonna do this for you. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about what, he not gonna do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Or who else around your support system, not just the father, your support system is gonna do or not. Mm-hmm. As a woman, do what you have to do. So that's my advice to a woman as a single mother. I did what I had to do for my daughter, beyond. And most people was like, we never knew what was going on. You never made it like she didn't have a father. Right now, and forevermore, right now, my fiance is amazing. And he came from a single parent household. He has amazing parents. We both have amazing parents, but we were raised primarily by our mother. So now, taking on 2 daughters in one house together, I have to be honest, I had an issue with sharing. I had an issue with sharing my children with him. And them just sharing the responsibility. And that's something we had to figure out and me figuring out or realizing that I couldn't do it all. I had to ask for help. I had to open that communication barrier and ask for help. But I also, being that strong, independent Black woman, think I can do it. I had to break. Like, I can't do this. I need you. Here's what I need you to do. And he has stepped up 100%. But if I didn't tell him I needed him, he didn't know where to step up because I facaded it like everything was okay.
And that's what I want to ask you. We are, I'm you not the category. Well, you still. We are those independent Black women who, you know what I'm saying? We broke barriers on our own. Mm-hmm. We have crossed obstacles and faced fears on our own. So when it comes to getting that man, how was you receptive of David's love and the need and the wanting him to be there? Because you struggled in that area, but what point did you let this man love me?
When I realized he could and he would and he was willing and he wasn't going to give up, when it was unconditional. I kind of drug the man through hell a little bit in the beginning. I had to test him out, warm him up.
That stressed him out a little bit.
But he persevered. He did not stop. But one thing he did is he persevered as my friend. Oh. He was not just trying to be the guy for me. That was my friend. Let me tell you how I knew it was my best friend. It's going to be funny.
Wow.
I was trying to be cute for him, y'all. I was trying to go get my makeup done. I don't really wear makeup. I was trying to get my makeup done. We about to go to this party. Wait a minute. I walked in the house. He like, let me take your picture. So he takes my picture. He like, your face glowing in the camera. You gotta go wipe some of that off. I can't let you go out like that. Right then and there, he was solid.
Solid. My nigga.
Solid. And he don't like makeup, but when he showed me the picture, y'all, I look like Michael Jackson, and that's what he said. And I was like, you my dog, let's fix this. So we sat there together, y'all, in the mirror, wiping the makeup off my face.
That was your friend, because that's something that look, girl,
that was my friend. Yes. But he persevered as my friend, and then we became closer as lovers, and now we have a whole family, and we planning to wear it. Hey! So to go back to your question, how do I balance it all? Praying, communicating with my partner, communicating with my kids, allowing them to see the struggle, but also telling them, like, this is how we about to do this. So when she wakes up in the morning, who's taking me to school, mommy or daddy? That's a blessing to have that option.
It is.
But it's a blessing for him to want to get up and do it, because at one point it was just me doing it. She would stay home, but now we figured it out. Okay, on Mondays, mommy gets to sleep in. I get the kids together, but I get to go back to the bed and then start working. And it just works. So communicating and allowing people to help. So even the weekends where our parents can get the kids, taking that time, either if it's together or apart, because as individuals in a relationship, you still need that self-time. I'm a big leave me alone.
Yes.
Let me have my moment to myself. I spent so long by myself getting to know myself. I started to enjoy it. So then when I got a relationship and someone was always in my space, that was one of the problems.
It was. You had a hard time accepting that.
That was one of the problems.
Yes.
So, and that's something he had to understand and we had to communicate about. And it's great though, because, and I've told people before, I like the fact that we can be together and still be ourselves. So he understands that she needs her time. And with the kids, he understands that, okay, I need to take them so she can have her moment. That moment allows me to refuel, to rest, and to come back and be everything that I need to be for my family. Not only am I a mother, a life coach, a full-time worker, a mentor, I'm still a daughter. I'm still a sister to somebody. I'm still an auntie to somebody else.
Friend.
I'm still a friend.
You know? Yeah.
So I need that moment so that I can be what I need to be. And like you said, to fulfill my purpose. I'm very purpose driven. I'm very in love with my faith, very in love with Christ. I need that time to connect with Christ. Because otherwise I can't come forth or pour into people without that.
Yeah.
So that's how I balance it. Making sure that in my routine and in my schedule, there's a moment to myself. Even if it's just 5 minutes.
Yep.
5 minutes where I can think straight. Like last week, I paid for her to stay at school so I could go grocery shop without nobody talking to me. Because there was no way in my schedule that I was getting away from her. So I'm like, look, this is how we gonna make a win-win situation.
Yes.
So I think that everyone should create a space for themselves before allowing someone to come in. And that's part of getting whole process. That's a whole nother podcast. But if you don't know yourself, then you can't have that common ground in parenting. You can't communicate to somebody what you need from them as a parent.
That's true.
We got a kid together and I can't even tell you where I need you to help me at. That's a problem,
you know
y'all.
What?
That's a problem.
And that's crazy because I find myself, my kid's father would text me and he'd say, I'm here for you. I'm trying. You also have to let me know and communicate with me what it is that I need to be doing. And of course, in that text or, in that moment, I say, oh, well, it's cool. I'll be very minor. But in reality, when I'm at home with the kids or I feel like I need that break, it's like, okay, I need your dad. You know what I'm saying? It's like in these moments throughout the week because Monday through Friday, that's school. We are in work, school. We on a schedule. Homework. And realistically, I work Monday, Tuesday nights. I'm off Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I work Friday, Saturday mornings. So that time in the week that I have with my son, because my daughter isn't in school yet, with him, as far as homework goes, it's Wednesdays and Thursdays. And we're crunching that in simply because I feel like I should be the one coaching him on his homework, or you know what I'm saying? So to have that support and that help in those areas as well, you know what I'm saying? Just so he can excel as the kid that he needs to be. That, that help comes into play as well. But when you ask the question, what do you need me to do? It's always, oh, I got it. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't.
You don't.
So you got to be honest with yourself. That's the conversation you have to have with yourself. I got to be honest with you. Communicating with a man, I realize I have to be direct. I have to tell you exactly what I need from you. I can't sit here and say, just figure it out.
Oh, God, no.
Figuring out for them to sit down. I'm sorry, brothers. I love y'all. I admire everything that you all do and bring to this earth. But I've learned to tell you exactly what I need and I get further. And then even in the case of when they say, give me an example, you got to have an example. If you don't have an example, they don't understand.
That is true.
So sis, write it down when you got a notepad.
Yeah, for real.
I started writing down things that I needed. So then when it was time to talk about it, I could bring it to him. So it wasn't overlooked. And I wasn't walking around the house angry and not talking for days. Because it wasn't healthy for anybody in the house. That's a problem. I never want my kids to see that. So communication across all boards, whether it's friendships, relationships, parenthood, parenting together, partnering, business. Let people know. Be direct. You have no reason to lie. Why couldn't you come up with what you needed?
Right. Because I'm so used to doing it on my own.
Let it go. You gotta let that help in.
You're right.
You gotta let that help in.
Right. I do. But it's just like no buts. But just but it again, right? When you're so used to doing it on your own, again, like I asked you, how was you receptive of that help? Like,
it took a while. I was honest.
It does take a while. You know what I'm saying?
But you remember earlier I said 2 is better than 1, and a house divided cannot stand.
That is true.
So that's why we have to stand together. And it's not just with relationships. If you look at America right now, we can accomplish as people if we got together, as African Americans, if we got together.
Yes.
United we stand, divided we fall. We keep working against each other. Nobody is moving forward.
Nobody.
Or if they are moving forward, they only get so far.
That is true.
You limit yourself when you don't pull your team up with you. Some of the richest and wealthiest people, and I've sat down and talked to people, the way that they've gotten further is they've poured into other people or they brought people up with them. They have a team. They're not by themselves. So if we could all get on this team mindset instead of it's just about me. And I have to say, being in a relationship has allowed me to see the team aspect of it, the partnership in it. And it takes a lot to trust somebody at this level. But it's beautiful. You can see a lot of things flourishing around you.
That's true.
It's a lot of growth that happens. We've multiplied, not just in children, but home. Where I once lived was definitely smaller. I'm living a lot better now.
Right. Yeah.
Multiple cars now. Like
definitely.
And then mentally, not just material things, but I was telling somebody it's levels in womanhood.
Oh my God.
I've reached a different level in womanhood. Like if you'd have asked me something 2 years ago, I wasn't answering it the same way. I'm carrying something different now.
Yes. Oh my God.
The power I'm possessing just as simply as becoming this man's wife.
Yes.
It's something different now. There are different levels to womanhood. Motherhood triggers something different. The engagement triggers something different. Being a homeowner, you own a house by yourself as a woman. It triggers something different. It's a different level of responsibility.
And the level. And okay, now I have a question. In that aspect, with me being a homeowner. Okay, I'm gonna ask you, if you were a homeowner on your own, do you think your standard in men would be different?
I don't think my standard in men would be different because I am who I am.
Right?
So the tone is set. I want what I want. Do you know what you want?
Yes.
So then what's is your standard different because you're a homeowner? You want somebody to come to the table with a home? You want to what do you want?
Nope. Not that. It's about wanting someone who basically you on the same page.
And that's understandable.
And because it's like I felt like, of course you want somebody to do it with you, but I'm one of the ones who's done it on my own. So when it comes to a partner, or you know what I'm saying, I guess I basically want that energy to be matched, or you at least have that mindset.
And who says you're wrong for wanting that?
Nobody.
So what's the problem? What's the discussion here? What you need to know? Let me know. Ask me directly. That was the communication conversation. What you need to know?
Hey girl.
You asked me, would my standard change if I owned a home? No, because my plan before I got into this relationship was to own a home. I have access to owning multiple homes. My credit is perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. So it's not that I can't do it. Mm-hmm. I still want what I want in a person. It's not so much coming to me with these possessions. It's coming to me, like you said, with this character that is compatible with mine, that can move me forward. Mm-hmm. Can we work together? Can we build each other up?
Right.
Can we work together and raise these kids? Can we build a home, a legacy, a foundation? Mm-hmm. Or are we just going to be both sitting here looking stupid? You going to be playing a game on Instagram.
Exactly.
Or...
Exactly.
You can. I don't mind you playing the game, searching the internet.
Not at all.
But is my bank account set? Am I secure?
Yes.
As a woman, what's your number one thing? What do you desire from a man?
Security. That is one of my biggest things that I look for when it comes to a man. Make me feel secure enough. Make me feel protected. Make me feel... And security goes beyond, it's financial, everything that falls under that. Like, just have our back. I don't want to have to worry. I don't want to have to stress. If it's ever a problem, we should have that bond and that connection to where if you need to come to me, then come to me. But outside of that, have our back. Hold it down.
Have you told anyone that you're dating that's what you want or desire?
No, simply because I think that's a given. Like,
it's not. You don't walk around with security on your forehead. I desire security.
Man.
You can't expect anyone to bring to the table what you haven't put out that you want.
That's true.
Can they expect from you what they haven't told you what they wanted? Oh, I'm like, I hope I said that correctly.
That's the thing. When it comes to dating now, they say don't go into it with no expectations.
Don't go into it with no expectations.
That's the new dating world.
But how do you get somewhere without the communication?
I don't know.
So I gotta assume that you really into me. You know why?
Yeah.
The new thing is action speaks louder than words.
That's what it is.
It's true though.
It is.
It's true.
And I'm a woman of that. I'm a woman of don't talk my ear off. Show me. Simply because I've been on the end of a guy talking my ear off. Mm-hmm. I done been there. I don't want to hear it no more. At this point, you have to show me. Put it in your actions. But at the same
So how do I show you security? I'm just curious. How does a guy show you security?
A guy shows security in. Let me see. Let me think about this here. How does a guy show security?
Comment, let us know. How does a guy show security? I got some things in mind, but I'm just curious because you're the woman wanting this to show up. I got my package, hand delivered.
Yes, you do.
Hand delivered. So I'm just trying to understand. And in my experience, when I was a single person, I had to express that was a big thing for me. Security. I think that's a big thing for any woman.
It is.
Like, I don't want to come home and my lights is cut off.
That is true.
And I also don't want to worry about you being with another woman.
Secure that in that area. Secure in the area of me feeling like I'm enough. Or, you secure me in that area feeling like I'm all that you need. Or, just be secure. I don't know how to make that.
Okay. But in that sense, do you think that plays into your security as a woman? I have to say, early in my relationship, I had to deal with my own insecurities to create a space for him to provide security for me.
And that plays.
And my insecurity tapped in from trust issues. Mm-hmm. Because I just couldn't believe that you couldn't do no wrong.
That's a good question.
Where you at? You silent now, buddy. You was talking at first. Come on now.
Frederick, I need my wine.
Talk to me.
Frederick. Where is it at?
He ain't showing up today because you can't tell him what you need.
Oh, Frederick.
I think that's a lot of the barrier between men and women right now.
It is.
And honestly, I hate to say it, man, but I feel like you need that direction from a woman in order to elevate. He wants to take care of you. A man is designed to uplift his woman.
Okay, and this coming from the woman who naturally feels if you want me and you know that you want me, come and get me. Do the necessary steps. Why isn't it that simple?
It takes time. Are you patient?
Oh, Lord, I've been 10 years patient.
But in those 10 years, how many of those years have you been open to a relationship? Or has it just been fun? Or casual dating? Or we just talking?
No. Mm-mm. It has been some fun. It has been...
Everybody got to have a little fun in their life.
A little fun.
You got to learn.
Yes. But, no, I'm not going to even say that.
She lying, baby.
I'm not lying. It has been fun, but I also go into every relationship or talking to somebody with an open mind. I try not to ever carry past feelings or ill feelings from a past relationship. I try not to carry that into the next one. Of course, I'm going to pay attention to familiar signs and,
Mm-hmm.
Different
red flags.
Things. Yeah, red flags, of course. But it's like, also, I be forgetting sometimes, too. Like, dang, girl. What you just didn't see?
You didn't see the red flag or you didn't see it through?
Maybe I made myself blind to the red flag.
Okay.
Off of the strength of, that's my husband.
Who told you that was your husband?
I told myself that.
Oh, you got to put your spirit somewhere else, baby.
I do.
All right, it's been real talking to you all. I hope you truly enjoy the conversation. Be looking out for Limitless Podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to Real Ish Radio. I'm your girl, Christian.
I'm Asia.
Until next time, keep it real, be true to yourself, do what you need to do for you.
Balance, honey, balance, please.
Let life work you out or you gonna work it out. We've been real with y'all. We're gonna catch you the next go round. If you have topics that you want to send our way, definitely shoot an email over to limitlesspodcast@realishradio.com. We'll definitely bring it to the table.